So this is my triggered white room for the Wally junkyard level. Unfortunately, most of my scripts for the puzzles and the toy didn't work, so I've had to use placeholders and text to explain what's going on. So for this first puzzle, the player has to use the toy to fire at the fuse box to open the gate. Then they'll come into this section, which is a sliding block puzzle, where the player must spawn the player must release the electricity block. So once the player's got the electricity block, they push it over to the plug to spawn the bridge. Then what would have happened here is the player would have used the toy to fire at the fuse box on the crane to swing the wrecking ball over to knock over these garbage blocks to clear a path for the player. The player would then have taken one of these garbage blocks to cover up the poison gas vent, which they would have climbed over to get across. Here would be another sliding block puzzle with the same kind of premise, where the player would release the electricity block and take over to the generator, but this time to power an elevator, which they'd then take the elevator up to the upper level. The player would then follow this yellow wire, where they would be met by piles of debris blocking their path. They'd use the toy again to fire at the red barrel in amongst it to blow up the debris and clear a path. The next part of the level, or the final puzzle, would have involved the player transferring the power from the generator to one of the power boxes, and this would work like a Tower of Hanoi puzzle. This would then open the gate and complete the level.